What is your commercial property in Memphis actually worth right now? In today's shifting market, that's a multi-million dollar question. Whether you own an apartment complex, a warehouse, or a retail strip, understanding your value is the key to protecting your financial legacy. I'm Glenn McDonald with Integrated Assets. I serve the Memphis tri-state region, Tennessee, Mississippi, and Arkansas, helping owners uncover the truth about their assets. Commercial valuation isn't like looking up a stock price. It's a complex puzzle where the pieces are constantly moving and often hidden from public view. Unlike residential houses, commercial properties are valued based on their ability to produce income, and those numbers aren't found on a standard listing site. People often ask me, can I just check an online estimator? The short answer is no. Residential algorithms fail when it comes to commercial complexity. A house is valued on comps of similar homes, but no two commercial buildings are identical. The tenant mix, the lease terms, and the deferred maintenance change everything. To get to a real number, we have to dive deep into several critical factors. Let's start with the one you've heard before, location. In Memphis, location isn't just a neighborhood name, it's proximity to the airport, the rail yards, and the interstate system that drives industrial value. For retail, it's about traffic counts and visibility. A site on a corner with 30,000 cars a day is a completely different asset than one just 2 blocks away. Next is income. This is the heartbeat of commercial value. We calculate your net operating income, what's left after every single expense is paid. Are you over market on rents? Are your expenses too high for the region? These are the questions an appraiser asks to determine your true yield. Condition is often overlooked until it's too late. An aging roof or a failing parking lot isn't just a repair, it's a direct subtraction from your sales price. Buyers in today's market are sophisticated. They will find the deferred maintenance and they will use it to negotiate your price down if you aren't prepared. Then there's your tenant quality. A mom and pop shop is valued differently than a national credit tenant with a 10-year corporate guaranteed lease. Stability equals value. The more certain a buyer is that the rent will show up on the first of the month, the more they are willing to pay for that cash flow. Market demand is the wind at your back or the wall in your face. Right now, industrial and warehouse space in Memphis is in incredibly high demand. Because we are a global logistics hub, our industrial assets often command a premium compared to other similar-sized cities in the Southeast. Finally, we consider highest and best use. Just because it's a car lot today doesn't mean it shouldn't be a multifamily development tomorrow. Sometimes the land is worth more than the building on top of it. Identifying that potential is where true profit is found for savvy owners. Now that you understand the factors, let's look at the specific methods we use to value different types of commercial real estate. For apartment buildings, valuation is a mathematical exercise. We look at the cap rate, the rate of return an investor expects in that specific submarket. We analyze everything from occupancy history to the utility submetering. Every dollar saved in expenses adds thousands to the final valuation. In retail, value is driven by anchor, strength, and co-tenancy. If your big box tenant leaves, the value of the entire center can plummet. We look at lease expirations. If several leases end at once, it's a risk. If they are staggered, it's a stable investment that commands a higher price. The office market has changed, and so has its valuation. We're looking at things like air quality, tech infrastructure, and flexible suite layouts. Today's office buyers want flight to quality. Modern, well-located buildings are holding value, while older B and C class assets are facing challenges. Industrial is the king of Memphis. We value these based on ceiling height, dock counts, and truck court depth. These are the logistical specs that matter. With our proximity to FedEx and the major rail lines, a functional warehouse in the Memphis tri-state area is one of the safest bets in real estate. And then there's land. Land is valued based on what you can build on it. Zoning, utilities, and road access are the primary value drivers here. Developing land is a long game. We look at the growth path of the city to see where the next big industrial or residential expansion is headed. To bring it all together, professionals use 3 distinct approaches to value. Let's break them down into plain English for you. The income approach is the gold standard for investors. It treats the property as a financial instrument, valuing it based on the cash it produces. The sales comparison approach looks at recent comps. We find properties as similar as possible that have sold within the last 6 to 12 months. The cost approach asks, what would it cost to build this exact building today? We then subtract the age and wear and tear to find the value. The biggest mistake I see, owners overvaluing based on what they need to retire or what they paid for the property 10 years ago. The market doesn't care about your mortgage balance or your initial investment. It only cares about today's income and today's risk profile. Market conditions like interest rates can shift values overnight. When rates go up, buyers' purchasing power goes down, and cap rates often follow suit. Staying ahead of these shifts is why you need a local expert who is in the market every day, not just someone reading reports from afar. So, if you're thinking about selling or just want to know where you stand, how do you prepare? Let's talk about the next steps. Valuation is a process of proof. The better your records, the higher the value we can often justify to a potential buyer or a lender. I need your last 3 years of profit and loss statements, a current, detailed rent roll, and a list of every major repair you've made. Many of my clients are out-of-state heirs who have inherited a property they don't know how to manage. This can be a stressful time. My job is to provide clarity. We look at the asset with fresh eyes to see if it's better to sell now or if a few key improvements could boost the value first. If you've held a property for decades, you might be sitting on a highest and best use opportunity that didn't exist when you bought it. The Memphis area has grown significantly. Properties that were on the outskirts 20 years ago are now in the heart of major development corridors. I'm often asked for an appraisal, but what people sometimes really need is a broker's opinion of value, or a BOV. Know the difference. An appraisal is a regulated, formal valuation for banks. A BOV is a strategic marketing tool that tells you what a real buyer will pay today. As a broker and an appraiser, I see both sides. I'm a truth teller who protects you from expensive mistakes with local, data-driven expertise. Don't leave your commercial wealth to guesswork or generic online tools. You've worked too hard for this asset to not know its true worth. I'm inviting you to reach out to me for a confidential commercial property review. No obligation, just the facts you need to make a decision. You can call me directly at 901-289-1374 or visit memphisglen.com to schedule your consultation today. Whether your property is in Tennessee, Mississippi, or Arkansas, I have the local knowledge to help you maximize your investment. I'm Glenn McDonald. Let's find out what your property is really worth and make sure your next move is your best move. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more Memphis commercial real estate insights. I'll see you in the next one.